Okay guys, so what we're going to do today is we're going to look at graphing. We're going to graph a line. So you're going to graph a line and we're going to use 5 points to do that. So you should make sure right now that you have the note sheet. Make sure it says note sheet right here, because this is where you're going to take notes, and then you'll have your examples for class to do your practice. So we've done ones that look like this, where it says like f of x equals 4x minus y. And this is called a function. In algebra, a lot of times we talk about f of x and then we change it. So what we have to remember is that f of x is the same as y. So I'm actually just going to write this as y equals 4x minus 5. Okay, so now that we're kind of done with looking at just what a function is, and now we're going to look at special functions that are lines, then we're going to use just y. We're not going to use f of x anymore. We're probably just going to use y. So y equals 4x minus 5. Now in order to graph using a table and 5 points, first thing you're going to do is just make a table. And on this side you have x, and on this side you have y. And we're going to pick 5 points. The 5 points that we're most likely going to use are going to be -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. We're going to use those for now. Sometimes we change it, but for right now, let's just use those. And then to get your answer, or your y, so we pick these. So we picked these 5 points. And now to get this, I have to plug things in. So I have 4 times x. So I get 4 times -2 minus 5. And so hopefully you'll have your calculator right out there. And you will take 4 times, I don't know if I have a negative button on here. Here we go. 2 negative is -8 minus 5, and you get -13. That's your y value. And then you're going to do -1. So y equals 4 times -1 minus 5. Well, 4 times -1 is -4. So 4 times -1 is -4 minus 5 is I get -9. And these are our y values. And then we do 0. 4 times 0 minus 5. 4 times 0 is 0 minus 5 is negative. So -5, and then if we put in 1, we get 4 times 1 minus 5. 4 times 1 is 4, minus 5 is -1. And if we put in 2, we get 4 times 2, which is 8, minus 5, which is 3. And now what we're doing, our whole goal is to graph. So we're going to graph. So we got 2, 3. So these are ordered pairs. So you get 2, 3. So x is 2, y is 3, so 2, 3. Then this ordered pair is 1, -1. So +1, -1. This ordered pair is 0, -5. So 0, -5. This ordered pair is -1, -9. So you go -1, -9. And then this one is -2, -13, which isn't on here. So I'm just going to approximate. So I'm just going to approximate that one because it's too big for our graph. And then what you're going to do is you're going to use a ruler, but I don't have a ruler here. You're going to actually just draw a line, a straight line, through your points. All right, so let's try another one. So now we have y equals 2x plus 1. To graph, we're going to make our table. You're going to put x, you're going to put y. We're going to use the same x, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. Remember, you're going to use a calculator, but I'm going to take 2 times -2 plus 1. That is -4 plus 1, so that's -3. Then I'm going to take 2 times -1 plus 1. That is -2 plus 1, so it's -1. 2 times 0 plus 1. 2 times 0 is 0 plus 1 is 1. Then I'm going to put in 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. And then I'm going to put in 2. 2 times 2 plus 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So my ordered pairs are negative 2, negative 3, negative 1, negative 1, 0, 1, 1, 3, 2, 5. So I graph them. So I get negative 2, negative 3, negative 1, negative 1, 0, 1, 1, 3, and 2, 5. And then you're going to connect them. When you graph, they should make a line, a straight line. All right, let's try another one. That's not the one I wanted to try. Let's see here. We did that one. One I want to do is right here. So let's try it. Okay, this one is actually, it looks different, but it's really easy. So we have x and we have y. So negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2. This one you're not multiplying by anything, so you just put in negative 2 plus 2 is 0. Negative 1 plus 2 is 1. 0 plus 2 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 plus 2 is 4. Notice this pattern. You're going to see lots of patterns when you're doing these, so start looking for the pattern. So you get negative 2, 0, negative 1, 1, 0, 2, 1, 3, 2, 4. So the next thing you do is you're going to graph those. So you got negative 2, 0, negative 1, 1, 0, 2, 1, 3, 2, 4. There's your line. So you connect them and put an arrow on each side for a line. That means it kind of goes on, right? It goes on forever. Good. So those are pretty basic. Now we're going to look at one that has a fraction in it, I think. All right, right here. So this one, you should be on this one now. Y equals 1/2 x minus 3. Here's a trick. You look at the bottom number. If it's a 2, we're going to go by 2's. So in our table, we have x and we have y. So since it's a 2, I'm going to start with negative 2. But now I'm going to go by 2. So I'm going to go 0, 2, 4, 6. Because that's going to make our multiplication easier. So we have 1/2 times negative 2 minus 3. Now make sure you get your calculator. So it's 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. Divided by 2, so you get, that's a negative 1, minus 3, so you get negative 4. So now we're going to put in 0. 0 is the easiest one to put in. 0 times 1 is 0. Divide by 2 is 0. 0 minus 3 is negative 3. Now I'm going to put in 2. 1 times 2 is 2. Divide by 2 is 1. 1 minus 3 is negative 2. Now I'm going to put in 4. 1 times 4 is 4. Divide by 2 is 2. 2 minus 3 is negative 1. And now I'm going to put in 6. 1 times 6 is 6. Divide by 2 is 3. Minus 3 is 0. So I have my ordered pairs, so I get negative 2, negative 4, 0, negative 3, 2, negative 2, 4, negative 1, and 6, 0. So now you're going to graph them. So 2, negative 4, 0, negative 3, 2, negative 2, 4, negative 1, and 6, 0. And you're going to draw your line. Hopefully you can use a ruler on your lines, because my lines are not good. All right, so I think we got one more. And I think it's another fraction one because those are usually the hardest. Okay, so here's our fraction that we're going to do. Now this time, when you make your t-chart, you have your x and your y. Your bottom number is a 3. Oh, goodness gracious. So your bottom number is a 3. So that means we're going to go negative 3, 0, 3, 6, 9. That way we don't get any numbers with decimals, because I don't want decimals. So we get negative 2 over 3 times negative 3 plus 6. So negative 2 times negative 3 is 6. Divide by 3 is 2. Plus 6 is 8. So now we're going to put in 0. 0 is easy because this is just 0. 0 plus 6, 6. Now we're going to put in 3. So this negative that's here, you can just put it in the top. That's what I do with it. Okay, so negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. Divide by 3 is negative 2. Negative 2 plus 6 is 4. And we're going to put in 6. Kind of my spacing is bad, sorry. So negative 2 over 3 times 6 plus 6. So negative 2 times 6 is negative 12. Divided by 3 is negative 4. Plus 6 is 2. Do you see a pattern? There's a pattern here. There's a pattern on all of these, so keep watching for the patterns. And now I'm going to put in 9. I get negative 18. Divided by 3 is negative 6. Plus 6 is 0. Follows the pattern. And now we're going to graph. So I get negative 3, 8. I get 0, 6. I get, oops, I think this point is wrong. Hold on. And go back. So make sure you get this. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Negative 3, 8. 0, 6. We get positive 3, positive 4. There we go. Positive 6. So 4, 5, 6. You get 2. And at 9 you get 0. So there's your line. Now what you need to do next is you need to make sure you have your notes. Make sure you understand what I did. And then you're going to go get a different piece of paper from the teacher and you're going to do this on your own. Okay? If you have questions, make sure you ask. Okay? Have a good day.